Hello YouTube, if you would like to see how to achieve this no glue, no tape, all sewn lace frontal install, stay tuned. So here is my lace frontal. I actually plugged it a tiny bit before putting it on my client's head. I didn't do like a major customization to this frontal, but I did customize it enough where it looked, decent and natural looking. The knots were not bleached on this frontal. I do have a video coming soon to show everyone how to bleach your knots on your frontals. The best way and the most safe way to make it where your knots are not weak. So to start off, guys, we had to position this frontal on the client's head, adjust it where you would like it to be, and now we're getting ready to start sewing the frontal down from the back. We're going to start from the middle of the frontal. We're going to go all the way down to the right, sewing, but in the process of sewing down to the right, you want to make sure you pull the frontal to make sure the frontal is laying very flat. A trick to help you with that is to part in between where you can see the scalp to make sure your frontal is laying extremely flat. Make sure you don't pull too tight or too taut to the point where you shift the frontal back. So now here's the part where we come to the end of the frontal going to the right. And now we're going to split the hair right where the braid is, the last anchor braid that you have in your braid pattern. And we're going to sew going toward the front of the frontal in between those strands that we just parted. Okay guys, so now we have finished stitching towards the front of the frontal, and now we're going to line up that extra piece of frontal right there with the elastic band, and we're going to cut it even to the point where you will not see the elastic band. So now we're going to sew back a couple stitches, and then we're going to split this hair, and we're going to go down to where the elastic band is at. Then we're going to stitch both the frontal and the elastic band together, and this is going to secure the frontal to the elastic band, and also it's going to disguise the elastic band where you don't see it at all. So once we finished stitching the frontal to the elastic band around the edge part that we just did, we're going to secure the elastic band to a braid. So that's what we're doing now. I'm just stitching the elastic band to the nearest braid. And this client has like a lot of breakage, and she actually didn't have hair at the bottom of her neck area. So I had to kind of pull the band up a little bit to stitch it to the nearest braid, as you can see. So once we finish stitching the elastic band to the braid, we're going to have to go to the other side and repeat the same exact steps. So just stay tuned with me. I did walk through the steps for you guys just so you can see it again on the other side. And make sure, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel for future how-tos. And yeah, let me know what you think. band, we're going to cut the excess band off. And just to say, shout out to TT Does It All, because this is where I got this method from. I got it from her. So if you haven't already, make sure you check her channel out. She does great tutorials and everything for everyone to see as well. Now guys, all I'm doing is creating an extra stitch on one of the braids where I know that my client won't be parting her hair at. So you can just talk to your client and see where she would like her part to be. Like maybe she wants the middle part, maybe she wants side parts. And yes, my client, she's going to be parting more on the sides and the middle. Therefore, I did an off-center part to make sure her closure or her frontal won't slide back. Now we're at the step where you sew your bundles on the traditional sew-in type of way. I'm going to be flipping my wefts because I want to prevent any shedding, or I want to keep the hair where it has more longevity. So therefore I will not be cutting the tracks. I will be flipping them off for my client. So yeah, I'm not going to go in depth about this part of the sew-in, but I will speed through a couple parts of it for you guys. But it's pretty traditional. I have other videos about sewing, so you can check those out if you would like. But yeah, this is just like a small little clip showing you guys process through, and then I'll see you guys in a second. guys, so now all I'm doing is parting off her baby hairs. Baby hairs always make the frontal look a lot more natural, and it also helps disguise the lace. Like, say the lace is a different color from someone's actual scalp, it'll help disguise that. But luckily, I mean, this looks like a transparent lace, and it blended perfectly fine on her head. Flash and everything. The lace was not too light for her skin complexion. So now I'm going through and I'm cutting the baby hairs to her liking. As the final part to this sew-in, guys, we are cutting the lace off. You may want to take like a clip or something to clip your baby hairs out the way while you cut the lace. But yeah, this came out perfect. And the next clip, you're going to see exactly how this closure looks without being styled. You're going to see how the frontal is laying with the baby hairs and all of that good stuff. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you absolutely love this tutorial. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel to see future videos as such, future tutorials. And yeah, if there's anything that you want to see, make sure you comment it down in the comment section below. And I'll try to respond to as many of you guys as I can. And thanks for watching. Talk to you in my next video. Bye.